fuck Israel.
Okay,
fuck Israel. Fuck the genocide going on.
Just on the face of it, going up to somebody in the street and saying, fuck their country in the way that you did, do you accept that was a very provocative thing to do?
Of course, that was the point.
Well, and what was the exact point you wanted to make?
2 words about Israel turned into a much bigger confrontation, and Rabbi Shmuley's attempt to frame the incident as an anti-Semitic hate crime quickly ran into a serious problem. If you enjoy our breakdown, make sure to subscribe. Our goal is to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, and every subscription takes us one step closer. The key question is simple: where exactly was the anti-Semitism? Criticizing Israel, even harshly, is not automatically the same as attacking Jewish people. And once that distinction becomes blurred, the entire argument starts to fall apart. What happened next made the controversy even more difficult to defend.
An activist, Shmuley was at the center of a firestorm again this week after chasing down an Icelandic couple.
I told you I was on the phone. I told you I didn't want to interrupt, and you said you just want. You said to my Shmuley, you said that you are a big fan. You lied through your teeth, and then you said fuck Israel. Why would you do that?
How many times? Fuck Israel.
Okay,
fuck Israel. Fuck the genocide going on. Fuck.
I
will.
Nothing to do with that, and you know it.
Let him
History will not. History will not favor the genocide that you.
The statement, fuck Israel, is considered rude in Iceland, but it's not illegal. Iceland's government takes a hardline stance on the Gaza war. It was among the first to join the genocide and war crimes case against Israel and Netanyahu in the International Criminal Court. It has recognized a sovereign Palestinian state at the UN since 2011, and some in the country have praised Samuel Gudmundsson for his Nordic stoicism. Well, he joins me now. Samuel Gudmundsson, welcome to Uncensored.
Thank you very much for having me, Piers. It's a pleasure.
Well, it's good to have you. This story's got a lot of attention, not just in Iceland, but also now around the world as the video clips have gone viral. I want to play a clip that you yourself recorded of your perspective on this. Let's take a look.
What do you want?
If I can get you,
I can do a selfie, but
get you in a frame.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yep.
Okay. Fuck Israel.
Okay.
Fuck Israel, man. Welcome to Iceland.
Now, I'm going to come to the way that Rabbi Shmuley responded to this in a moment, but just on the face of it, going up to somebody in the street and saying, fuck their country in the way that you did, do you accept that was a very provocative thing to do?
Of course, that was the point.
Well, and what was the exact point you wanted to make?
To show a supporter of genocide and his son that's actively participating in said genocide that us Icelanders don't take kindly to that.
What do you have to say to Samuel Gudmundsson?
Piers, respectfully, you and I have been friends for many years, and thank you for having me on your show again. Piers, are you seriously inverting this story from a Jewish victim of a hate crime who could not have been more pleasant to an Icelandic man who came over and admits that he lied, fraudulently misled me and said, I'm a huge fan. I said, I'm on the phone with an attorney. We pay for hours by the attorney. I said, give me 5 minutes. And he said, but I'm leaving now and I have to do it now. And he takes the camera and he says, F Israel. I'm not going to use his vulgarity because I'm not a vulgar person. He attacked me in a hate crime. And the fact that he now admits that he dragged his poor girlfriend into this shows he's also a misogynist. So we have a self-admitted liar who posted the video of his fraudulence and his lie.
I want to focus specifically on this incident that everyone's been talking about and has watched. And my point to you, Rabbi Shmuley, is not that you shouldn't have been offended, if not outraged by what happened here. It's quite clear Samuel did go up, pretend to be a fan, and then said fuck Israel on camera so that he could have a moment at your expense. I completely agree with you. I would have probably reacted badly too if someone did that to me. They have done it to me over the years, often completely erroneously because they think my position on something is not what it is. But anyway, that's the fate of being in public life. I have 2 thoughts about what you've been saying and what I've seen. One is, if Iceland's that bad, why have you gone there on vacation? And secondly, I would say to you that your behavior in the 10 minutes that followed Samuel saying fuck Israel was outrageous, because there was a young woman clearly very intimidated by what you were doing, didn't want to be on camera. She had nothing to do with this. She didn't say anything to you. And I thought your continued harassment with her there looking intimidated and scared, and as Samuel has said, close to tears, I think was reprehensible. Two things can be true at the same time.
I'm amazed that you would invert this, that a victim of an anti-Semitic hate crime is now the harasser. This is always a story with the Jews. The Jews
You're an eternal victim.
It wasn't an anti-Semitic hate crime.
No, I am allowed.
Where was the anti-Semitic hate crime?
I am allowed. You asked me.
Where was the anti-Semitic hate crime?
Where
was the anti-Semitic?
Let me respond. October 7th, Israel is attacked. Women have their breasts cut off. Terrorists are playing volleyball with their breasts, shooting them in their vagina.
Fine. Where was he anti-Semitic? Tell me.
And when Israel protects itself, of course, Israel's the aggressor and guilty of genocide.
Fine.
A rabbi
Where
is
was he
walking with his 1 year. A rabbi is walking with his 1-year-old grandson and with his 4 children. A man comes and lies and says, I'm a fan. He says, F Israel. I won't say the word because I'm not
I've
vulgar.
accepted that.
His girlfriend,
where was he anti-Semitic?
His girlfriend stood with him the entire time. You should be pointing a finger at a misogynist who admits that he did not
Where
even
was
tell
he
his
anti-Semitic?
What we going over to an American Jewish citizen in middle of the street and harassing and making them feel very unsafe and attacking them when they're alone and don't know and saying F Israel to your face. That is anti-Semitism, pure and simple.
No, it's
and
not.
if you're a British man and if they walk over and say, if they say to you, here's Churchill killed 1 million German children.
Let me stop you there.
It was harassing.
Let me stop you there.
It was
I'm
disappointed in you. I really am.
Wait a minute. Can you? Okay,
F
you know
Israel
what?
is not a criticism. F Israel is not a criticism. F Israel is an attack on Jews. Saying I'm a dual citizen is a lie.
No, it's not an attack on Jews.
His own grave. I don't even.
No, it's not an attack on Jews. No, you accused him of being a Jew hater and of being anti-Semitic. Nothing I've seen in these videos
because he came over and lied and said I'm a fan and
was
F
anti-Semitic.
Israel. And it happened 40 times while we're here. And the reason I'm here is because I love this country. Okay,
fine.
Then let him walk over and say, "Can I say respectfully?"
What made this exchange so striking was that Piers Morgan refused to let the argument stay on the level of emotion. He brought it back to the central question: was the criticism actually directed at Jewish people, or was it directed at Israel? That distinction matters. Someone can strongly condemn the Israeli government, its military decisions, or its conduct in Gaza without that automatically meaning they hate Jews or Judaism. Political criticism and religious hatred are not interchangeable. And that is where Rabbi Shmuley's argument became increasingly difficult to sustain. Calling the incident an anti-Semitic hate crime requires more than simply showing that someone used offensive language about Israel. The evidence would need to establish hostility toward Jewish people because they are Jewish. That does not mean the confrontation was polite or justified. The Icelandic man clearly intended to provoke him. But being deliberately provocative is not automatically the same thing as committing a hate crime. And this is the bigger lesson from the entire exchange: when accusations of anti-Semitism are made, the definition matters. If every harsh criticism of Israel is automatically treated as hatred of Jews, the distinction becomes meaningless, and genuine cases of anti-Semitic prejudice risk being harder to identify. So, did Piers get this one right? That is the question viewers are left to consider. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.